Hello there, it's Coach Carmen, and I just wanted to come out of the closet. I know you haven't seen me in quite a while, and that is because I had an accident and I have been recovering for the past month and a half. So I have some good news to share with you, and many of you do know the story, and those who don't, I guess you can see that I'm in my bedroom, but I'm in here because I just wanted to give you the doctor's report. And I just came back from having a procedure, and I'm ready to take my clothes off, get in the bed, and chill out for a while and get some healing rest, I call it. I was never a nap person, but since this injury, I've learned to take naps to heal my body. So on my birthday, December 19th, I was in a skating accident. I was celebrating my birthday. It's a gospel skating party, and I fell. And when I fell on the back of the palm of my hands, which were in back of me. I immediately did. My thought was I did not want to break my tailbone or really injure my spine, so I just thought, okay, fall on your hands. So when I did that, all of my weight was on my right wrist, and I broke both of my wrist bones, and my hand was just out of alignment. It was disjointed. So the emergency room was able to reset the bones, but they weren't set in alignment, so my hand was still out of alignment. So they realized that I had to have surgery. So I had surgery, and the doctor that did the surgery is a specialist and working with the wrists and the hand. So thank God the hospital I chose to go to after the skating accident was a hospital that had a surgeon that specialized in healing and doing surgery for the wrist and the hand. So he was able to put a pin in the bone to straighten my keep the bone from to get the bone straight in alignment, and get my hand back in alignment. So for the past several weeks, I've been in like chronic pain as a result of the break, the swelling of my hands, the pin being in my bone. And I've been continuing my business and all my ministry, but it's been with ongoing pain. So I was told that I needed about a month before they would be able to take the pin out. And I tell you, there's different parts of the story that I want to share with you some other time, because I don't want to bombard you with so much right now. But the main reason why I wanted to make this video today, the day that the actual surgeon, because I've been to the hospital since to get checked up on, but this was the first time the actual surgeon, I was able to see him. And he, I was hoping, but at the same time very concerned about having this pen taken out of my hand. I had gotten to see what the pen looked like a couple of weeks ago. They had uncovered all of the wrappings and the splint, and I just took a brief look at it, and it was just horrifying to me, because it's just like a meat hook sticking in my hand, and then with the stitches. So I just had to realign my thoughts. I knew that in my natural mind, it seemed like it was going to be extremely painful getting this pin out of my hand and the stitches out. And I had already gone through a lot of pain. When I first broke my arm, they had to put 2 needles, one in each bone, and keep pressing it into until they got it into the bone. That was extremely painful. And some other things were very painful, the post-operation and all that. So I really didn't want to go through too much more pain. So I knew that I had to realign my thinking, and I had to call on the precious promises and the price that Jesus paid for my wholeness and deliverance. So I just started to visualize hearing the doctor say, wow, this looks very good, right? So nothing swelling, nothing that's, I didn't want to have any type of infection or anything like that. So I wanted to hear him say, this is looking very good, right? I also wanted to hear him say that it's not going to be that painful at all. Also wanted to hear him say, you're coming along very well, and now we can go through the next phase of your healing. And would you believe, to make a long story short, everything that I envisioned him saying, and this is a process, this is like ongoing for like about a week, visualizing every time the negative thoughts of pain and fear of my hand, the surgery not being that successful and all this other negative mess, that I would wash that out of my head and affirm that the doctor was telling me that the surgery looked good, that the wound looked very good, and that him taking the pin out was not going to be very painful. And that's exactly what he said. And today was a miracle to me. It was a miracle to me because that pin was pretty long, and the hook stuck out here and went into, I forgot the name of this bone, but it went into the bone. I should know this bone very well by now. And one of the problems was I have not been able to use my fingers at all since the accident. And I was also concerned that I would not have full function of my right hand again. It was a lot of pain in my hand, and right now this is the furthest I can bend my fingers. I should be able to bend them like this, right, like that. That's what I can do. But I was reassured that through exercising, I will be able to get full function of my hands back, which was another thing that I was praying that I would hear. So I asked a lot of my people in my community to pray for me and to stand in agreement with me. And I just wanted to thank all of you who have been praying, all of you who have been believing God with me that everything I was standing for would come to pass. And to hear the doctor say everything I was envisioning, I just want to let you know that there's so much power in your words and your thoughts. You know that, right? But we have to actively work that. We have to utilize it. This is a power that's given us to call those things that be not as though they are and have them manifest. And if you're going through some drama in your life, and you want to see the opposite transpire, start calling those things that are not as though you want them to be, and start seeing it be the way you want it to be, and it will be. Okay, I promise you, it will be. So that's it. I just wanted to give you that good news. Yay! They even took this plant off. I do have this that I have to wear. I have another 4 weeks of healing before they will free me from any bondages. But right now I have to keep something on my hand, on my wrist, to make sure I can't pick up anything. I can't move my wrist up and down yet. I have to just work on my fingers because the bone has not, you know, completely mended yet. So, but I'm so happy. I am so thrilled to be able to know that I'll have the function of my hand again. This is my right hand. This is really important. Amen. And again, thank you so much for your prayers. Thank you so much for your kind and loving words. I just want to let you know that I love you. Thank you so much. Look forward to talking to you soon. Bye bye now.